Hey folks, Twisha Christian here. Today I want to do a prophetic update on some of the prophetic stocks, cryptos. Not talking about all of them, just a couple of them because I'm limited on time. First of all, folks, just to let you know I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I'm telling you is my opinion, and information that I'm sharing may be others' opinion as well. Alright, so for a while now, folks, we've heard about XRP, we've heard about other coins, prophetic coins. We've discussed Empire token more recently and a few others. Now, one of the things that I've heard over and over again, prophetically speaking, because I'm not going to show any videos or anything like that because of time constraints. So I'm just giving you like a short narrative of kind of what's being said. Now, we've heard from several different of the prophets talking about XRP, and that at some point XRP is going to be a very big coin. And more recently, some prophets have given some pricing points. But I've also heard people say this coin should be at $10,000 because of the whole lawsuit and all that. But I know that from prophetically speaking, this coin will reach $1,000 at some point. And so all I've been trying to do right now is just stack up on as much XRP as I can. There's a lot of investments that I'm getting into, so sometimes I have to allocate where I think my money should go. You know, every time I get paid, okay, how much XRP am I going to get? Am I going to buy this coin or am I going to buy this stock? I have to do that. I'm stacking up as much as I can until I reach my goal. All right, I do also too want to talk about another prophetic crypto, also by Robin Cunningham. He talks about Dogecoin. If you guys want to watch those videos, you need to go check out his channel. All right, and one of the things that was said is that Doge will also too be over $1,000 at some point down the road in the future. So it's not like you go out and buy the coin right then and there. You guys know that there's a war between Dogecoin and Shiba Inu and all these other dog coins that are coming up, Baby Dodge, and all these ridiculous coins that are eventually going to go away or go down to zero. So listening to some of the prophetic dealing with Dogecoin, the Dogecoin will go down to 4 cents, but it will go up a little bit before it actually comes back down to 4 cents. And the reason why it comes back down to 4 cents is because he said that God said that this was for his people. So when you do see Dogecoin at 4 cents, that's the signal that I'm thinking that that's when we need to get in before it takes off. Now, one of the coins I want you guys to be very careful about, because this is a prophetic stock, but not in the sense of what you think. Yes, this stock will go up. I think that when it hits a certain point, I think when it hits 1 cent, you know, it's almost like there are certain pricing points that people just love to sell off at. When a crypto hits a penny, you know, 10 cents, 20 cents, you know, there's all these different milestones. And I believe that Shiba Inu is going to hit 1 cent or come close to it. But folks, please be careful if you are invested in this. I got in when I just bought like $50 worth when it was like really cheap. Not as cheap as it was last year, but it's still cheaper when I bought it than what people are buying for it now. This coin may not last, and there might be some things behind this coin that was discussed prophetically too as well. So I want you guys to be really careful. And when you see when you see yourself to really make money in this particular thing, and all the media is pumping it up, that's when you guys need to be very careful. Is that especially when the media begins to jump on board, it just takes a couple days for the media to spread like wildfire, for that price to skyrocket, and then for it to come crashing down. One of the tokens that I want to talk about is the Saitama Inu token, which is another dog token. I posted this last week that it might be an opportunity and starting to pick up pretty fast. So if you guys were on the Patreon, you guys saw that particular post. And that's would have been around the time that I bought was, you know, at some point on the 30th, right? And of course, since then, it's actually, you know, it's gone up pretty decent. And there's some things on that particular post that I wanted to share because I did send out an alert So I want to make sure that I follow up and, everything that's kind of gone on with the Squid Games. Even when you're introduced to a new token, especially a dog token, I don't have any idea where this is going to go to. But when I was doing research on other stuff, I kept seeing this in my feed. Something told me to keep looking into it, so I did, and ended up buying some, and then shared it with you guys on the Patreon and also on the TC Watch group. Now, with everything that's kind of going on with the Squid Game token and everything that happened with that, I'm being even extra cautious and making sure that I am following up with you guys, that you guys just don't go out and buy a whole bunch and spend a lot of money. Okay, so just to be clear, if this is this whole thing with the Squid Game, I'm being very cautious, and I'm going to show you guys some dates and stuff that for those of you who did invest in this. So when you go to the CFO of this cryptocurrency, you can see all the posts that they're making, and then also you could go to the official token Twitter too as well, which is, this one is the official, 98,000 followers. And one of the things I wanted to point out in this, because of what happened with the Squid Games, a lot of people are saying that this coin's going to go up and all this and all that, but it says here, and this is from the CFO, a couple of hints of what's to happen between now and November 13th. Saitama and Big Pharmacy, its partners, Saitama plus Visa, UFC plus Top 5 Exchange, plus major UAE investors. The 13th is a target date. Right now, this is by mainstream media, Market Watch, live at MGM Grand, Saitama to launch Saitama Mask wallet on November 13th, 2021 in Las Vegas, Nevada. November 13th is an important date if you're invested in this. Like any other token, like any other investment, a lot of times leading up to this happens in the stock market, leading up to earnings or leading up to an important date, the stock will rise all the way up until that date, and then everybody will start selling off on that particular day. So I do expect people to sell off on the 13th. That all remains to be seen, but you need to watch with the eagle eye. If you did go ahead and invest in this, I didn't put that much money into it, but I just did it to see where it would take me. Yeah, and if you are invested in this, look out for November the 13th. That is the date leading up to that point. On the 10th, 11th, and 12th, I'll be watching this token to see what happens and where it goes. But if you start to see any cryptocurrency really start to take off, just be careful. When you see one of these cryptocurrencies that you're not as familiar with, that's when you have to be really careful. Even some of the ones that are known, we've seen them go up and down. For those of you who did invest in that is the target date to watch. That will be a target date to sell. And then we do have another prophetic stock called ETN Electronium. And just to kind of give you a brief overview, on the prophetic by the YouTube channel Jesus is Lord, he said ETN moving first, Electronium to spike over 1 USD. Right? Here's another one that he said back 9 months ago, that ETN to $51. Okay, so I went ahead, I'm invested. I may put some more money into it. It just depends. I keep seeing this price hang around the 0.016. All right, and it's been like that for a long time. It's when you look at the pricing, it bounces between 0.015 and 0.02. You can see, but at some point, he did say, prophetically speaking, that it's gonna, when it hits 7 cents, then it's gonna start skyrocketing from there. So ETN, it can be bought on KuCoin. That link is down below in the description. Right? There are other ways you can buy, cryptocurrencies. You have all these wallets and everything. I'm trying to keep it simple as possible because, folks, I'm getting really tired of signing up for all these different trading platforms. My mind is just exploding with saying this because, this token's on this platform, this other token's on this platform. But there are different ways for those of you who are invested. ETN Electronium. All right, folks, so I just wanted to give you kind of a brief overview of some of the prophetic cryptos. Folks, I'm trying by the end of 2022, my goal is to be financially independent. And also to prepare myself and my family and my friends and the world about the things that are coming down the line here and getting ready for more of the wealth transfer, putting myself into a position during rough economic times that we're going to experience. And I'm pushing really hard, folks. I'm pushing hard. It's hard when you work and you're trying to swing trade or you're just trying to trade. Folks, I've literally bought stocks that skyrocketed while I was at work. And then by the time I got off, they were back down to the near level where I bought it from. And it's just absolutely crazy. I don't want to have to worry about whether or not if the dinar is going to revalue. I want to make sure that before 2022 that I could become financially independent and then I can buy as much as I want without having to worry about it. Because all that stuff is going to come. But right now we're experiencing a wealth transfer. So with this type of wealth transfer, you have to have something to put in. And I've been saying for a long time, folks, save your money. Last year, the beginning of January, I said, if you don't have money to invest, start putting money off to the side. Upload money to the trading platform every 2 weeks or whenever you get paid and don't touch it, until you build it up. Take advantage of all the free stuff that's out there. The free cryptos like on Coinbase and all that stuff. There's some of those cryptocurrencies that Coinbase offered for free just for going through the lessons that, they're worth a little bit now. So I have a goal, I have a purpose, doing everything I can to step into 2022 in a whole different light and a whole different direction than where I have been financially. I will get into the prophetic stocks. I'm also going to talk about the Trump stocks too as well. Okay, now most of them have came back down, but I never got a chance to even really look at each one and research it and get into it before they actually took off. But I will get into that in another video. So hopefully you guys are paying attention. I hope you guys are listening. And I hope that each and every one of you becomes financially blessed with all these things. Now keep in mind, when the blessings come, remember where these prophecies came from. Remember Kim Clement. Remember Robin. Remember Currency 365. Remember Jesus is Lord. If you make money off of ETN, he's the one that was put it out there in the first place. So one of the things is don't forget to bless those who are bringing this to you. I mean, look at Johnny. Like half the stuff I wouldn't even know about if it wasn't for him and his connections. That's all I have for today. So if you guys like these videos, support link is down below in the description. Now, folks, this is the short version. I just don't have time to show you each video, what they're saying, and try to explain it. I'm trying to get this out as fast as possible. So hopefully you guys are paying attention. Thank you for listening. God bless. And with that being said, TC out.